everyone, it's Amanda. Today I'm going to do my weekly wrap-up. This is going to cover last week and the week before because I think I forgot to do it, or I just put it aside and never did do it, procrastinated. But anyway, I'm going to show you what I've read since my last wrap-up. I have 6 books to show you. The first one is The Firelight Girls by Kaya McLaren. Really excited to read this because it's about summer camp. It's about a camp that is going to shut down because of some issues that they're having with the water, and they just can't afford to keep it open. So the director of the camp sends a letter to all the alumni to have them come back one last time to help clean up the camp and get it ready and say goodbye. So that's what happens. I really liked some aspects of this book. I loved the camp atmosphere. The characters were great in here. All of them were dealing with their own issues, and they still came together, and there were some really sweet moments in this book. I enjoyed it. I gave it 3 stars. Then I read The Perfect Mother by Nina Darnton. This is about a woman in the middle of the night. She gets a call from her daughter who is away at Spain in an exchange program, and she says that she's in trouble and she needs her to come. So the mother goes and finds out that her daughter is being accused of murder. And when she gets there, she realizes that her daughter is not the girl she thought she was. And you start to wonder what really happened. And it's just really interesting. It kind of parallels the Amanda Knox case in a lot of ways. The case of what happened is similar. I liked it. I thought it was very good. It was not really extremely thrilling to me, but it was a good mystery and it had a good plot. I gave it 4 stars and I would recommend it. Plus it's very short, which was nice. And I read The Tumbling Turner Sisters by Juliette Fay. I won this in the Goodreads First Reads giveaway program. And this was a fun story. It's about this group of 4 sisters and their mother decide to start a vaudeville act. Their mother's like their manager, where they do tumbling and gymnastics, acrobatic kind of things, because their father hurts himself and cannot work. So they need to do this. It takes place in 1919, and along the way they meet some very colorful characters. It's very interesting. I never was very familiar with the vaudeville world, and this really opened my eyes to what it was like. So I thought that was interesting. But I only gave this 3 stars because there were times when it moved slow, and I thought it was slightly boring at times. There were a lot of characters, and sometimes it was a little hard to keep track of that. But it was worth reading, so if you're interested in this, I would say pick it up. But it wasn't my favorite kind of story like this. But I'm glad I read it. Then I read The Beach Club by Ellen Hildebrand. I wanted a summary book, and you can't get more summary than Ellen Hildebrand. This was really good. It, I believe, is her first Nantucket kind of story that she wrote, and at least that's what it says. This is the one that started it all or something. But it's about a beach club on Nantucket and the people that run it and then the people that are visiting, and it was just really good. It just, lots of stuff going on, lots of drama, great summary kind of story, and I just love the glimpse into this world. My husband and I went on our honeymoon to Cape Cod, and we went to Nantucket for a day for our honeymoon and took a tour, and it was really neat. It is a very neat place because it's this island, and I did enjoy it. But it is definitely a very ritzy, wealthy kind of place. So it's kind of cool to live there through the books. So I gave this 4 stars. This is probably my favorite Ellen Hildebrand book that I've read so far. I did really enjoy it. Immediately after reading The Beach Club, I picked up The Things We Knew by Catherine West. I received this from Booklook Bloggers in exchange for an honest review. This also, if you're familiar, takes place on Nantucket. And this is a similar kind of story. It has an Ellen Hildebrand feel. It's not exactly similar in the writing style, but it does feel similar. This is about a family. The mother has passed away, I think 12 years ago, and the daughter, Lynette, is staying home. She lives at home with her dad, and her dad is showing signs of Alzheimer's disease. And so her sister and brothers decide to come home because they have to decide what to do with the house, how to handle their father, things like that. It was really interesting. I did enjoy this quite a bit. I related a lot to Lynette. She is the youngest of the family. I'm the baby of the family, and a lot of times when you are the youngest of your siblings, you're treated as such, and you don't feel like your opinion means as much sometimes, which is a little frustrating. A lot of times also the youngest in the family does have to take care of the parents a little bit more, so I thought that was really interesting. I did really like this book. I would absolutely recommend it if you do like Helen Hildebrand's books. I think you would like this one too. It has a really sweet romance. I'm not always a fan of romance, but I did find that to be a good, sweet, realistic kind of storyline in the book. So I gave this 4 stars and definitely recommend it. The last book I read is The Drawing Lesson, a graphic novel that teaches you how to draw by Mark Crilly. I received this from Blogging for Books in exchange for an honest review, and my daughter and I actually read this together, and it is completely appropriate for all ages, which I love because usually graphic novels I'm finding, a lot of the ones I've read, I wouldn't be able to let my children read at this point. But this one is absolutely a great book for everyone, and it has really, really nice artwork. It's sepia toned, and the drawings are beautiful. It is about a boy, I believe his name is David, and he wants to learn how to draw. One day he's in the park and he sees a woman that's drawing, and he tells her how good she is and asks if she'll give him a lesson. She becomes his mentor and shows him along the way, and at the same time, you are learning as the reader all these lessons too. You learn about shading, you learn about composition, you learn about all these things I had no idea needed to learn about, negative space, things that I had never heard of. I am not a good artist. I was never good at drawing, and I actually draw pictures for my students at school to cut out because we work on scissor skills, and a lot of times they'll request things like draw Batman or draw me a snowman, or and sometimes their requests are a little bit hard for Miss Amanda to draw, but they always laugh at my pictures. They think they're funny, and usually I don't do a very good job, and they are sure to let me know. So I thought this was really a helpful thing for me. I haven't practiced any of the things I learned, but I do want to because it does seem like really helpful. I feel like this is a great idea because it's so much better than how to draw books because you've got a story in there. And I think it was just very, very good. I absolutely recommend this. I think this should be in elementary school, libraries, and it should be part of school for kids that want to learn to draw. It would be very helpful because it's more fun to read the story along with David and learn. So I gave this 5 stars. My daughter loved it as well. She has been practicing, so I'm excited to try myself and would recommend this for sure. That's it. Those are the books I've read since the last time I wrapped you up. I will be back this week for the Booktubeathon. It is day 1, so I am trying to get this done so that I can get started with reading and enjoying the time I have to read. So that's it. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.